Hi, this is Dimitri Bilgir, author of Gateways to God, Remove Your Roadblocks and Live His Love. And I'd like to talk to you today about how to find God. You know, even among Christians, it's common to feel like maybe other people have found God better than you have. I had a friend approach me recently and she said, I wish I could find God. I'm Christian and I know other Christians who feel like God talks to them and they feel the support of God and they feel like they commune with God. But for me, I don't feel that. I know He's there because I've been told He's there and I've read the Bible, but I don't feel it. And so I asked her, I said, okay, so what are you expecting it to be like? I mean, how do you know you haven't found God? What's it like when you seek Him? And she said, well, I'm just waiting for Him to talk to me. I'm waiting. I feel like the clouds should part and I should see a great light and I should hear Him talking to me just like I can hear you talking to me right now. Right? She said, that's what my friends seem to have. I think they have that. And that's what I really want. Now, I said to her, look, I think you've fallen into one of the common traps of Christianity, or that Christians fall into. Because as you remember from Jeremiah 29 and 13, says, you will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart, right? So we do need to seek for God. But what it doesn't say is you will seek me and find me when you have a picture of exactly what I'll look like in your head and then go looking just for that. And when you look just for that, ignoring everything else. But that is, in fact, what tends to happen. God doesn't tell us seek with expectations. He says seek with your heart. So let me give you a couple tips on how to seek with your heart, because it's so pervasive to think it's going to look a certain way. Because when that happens, you just reject everything else. So first, think of it like tuning in a radio. When you go to tune in, like an old style radio that had a knob on it and that line that goes across. So with the old style radio, when you're trying to tune in, you know you're looking for a certain station. You don't know what's playing. So it's like tuning into God. You know we're looking for God. We don't know what He's going to say. And you kind of turn the knob till you start to hear it. And it may seem really fuzzy at first, really staticky. But you're getting a sense, I think I'm hearing something. And then you tune in a little more. Like, oh yeah, as I'm sensitive to it and open to it and turn the knob a little bit, I can tune in more and more. And then eventually you're tuned into that station. Now, you don't know what it's going to be playing. You don't know what song is going to be playing. So don't go expecting to hear a certain song when you're tuning into that knob, or you're going to be in trouble. But you can tune in more and more with your sensitivity till you actually get, oh, that's what's playing. I'll listen to this. And that's very different than starting with, I know it's going to sound a certain way. Where is it? Or it's also like meeting a new person for the first time. Even if you've read about a person and know people who know that person, if you show up at your first interaction and say, hey, I've read about you, I know people who know you, I know exactly what you're going to be like. Well, it's pretty easy to figure out that that's going to be a bad interaction. It's going to be difficult because you're not actually listening to what they're actually like. You're showing up with a set expectation. Well, seeking God is the same way. You have to set aside your preconceived notions and just say, all right, I'm seeking you, God. I'm opening up to whatever you want to show me today. Here I am. And as you do that, you'll start to tune in, like tuning that radio. And then you can ask yourself, wow, what do I seem to be getting from God right now? Right? What am I being shown that feels wholesome? Even if it's staticky, what am I being shown? What am I experiencing as I turn to God and get to know Him? What am I experiencing as I find God that feels healing? And what is God showing me that feels like it uplifts my soul? No matter how quiet or no matter how fuzzy, it may be some of you here, it may be a sensation in your body. It may feel like, I remember someone said to me once, oh, it feels like I'm running with wild horses. Somebody else said, it feels like I'm standing on firmer ground. Somebody else said, I feel slightly warm in my extremities. Seeking for that and tuning in like that is how you find God. Step by step, having set aside your preconceived notions of what He'll be like. So that's what I suggest that you practice in finding God. And let me know how it works for you in the comments. This is Dimitri Bilgir. signing off.